Hey wrestling fans, welcome to the XWR review of Monday Night Raw, March 1st, 2010. Now before I get going on the actual show, let me inform you of some more adjustments to the program, to the format of the show. Instead of doing the blog thing, which at this point seemed unreasonable, really, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go through a rundown of the matches, their results, and my instant reactions to those, a rundown of the segments and my reactions to those, an overall scoring, and then of course the question of the week. What I'm going to do for the reactions, I'm going to give you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. Simple as that. Match-wise, Raw featured Randy Orton defeating Ted DiBiase by disqualification after Cody Rhodes interfered. MVP earning a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match, defeating Zack Ryder. Jack Swagger also earning a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania, defeating Santino Marella in a very, very short match. A Divas pillow fight organized by Cheech and Chong and won by Eve. Our main event, Show Miz defeating DX in a unified tag team title match. Picking the best match of the night is actually hard for me on this one. It's almost a dead tie between Orton and DiBiase and Show Miz versus DX. I really can't pick. I'm going to leave those two tied as best match of the night. Moving on to the bad. The Swagger and MVP matches were incredibly short. Fairly good for squash matches. Don't get me wrong on that one, but really wish that Money in the Bank qualifier matches should have gone a little bit longer. And the ugly, I don't know if you would call this ugly, but in fact I think you would call it anything but ugly. The Divas pillow fight actually turned out to be fairly decent, because the Divas really, they didn't need the gimmick, was the thing. They actually went out there, and there was some good athletic competition going on, and the pillow fight was just ridiculous. I mean, they were actually selling pillows like they were punches. Really? As for the segment portions of the show, the best one had to be the confrontation between Mr. McMahon and Bret Hart, which ended up blowing my prediction clear out of the water of the manager type confrontation at WrestleMania. There's actually going to be a match, Bret Hart versus Mr. McMahon at WrestleMania. I cannot wait to see that one, I can tell you that. As for the bad and the ugly on the segment-wise, I really can't come up with anything. However, the Cheech and Chong segment's funny, but I'm just amazed that they actually can try to pass it off as PG. I mean, if they're going to do stuff like that, take the PG rating away. It's not PG when you have magic cereal that gets Cheech and Chong high. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. This does, however, give me a little bit of hope for the future that WWE is actually coming out of PG and is realizing that the fans want PG-14, I believe the TV rating is. Alright guys, that brings me to my favorite part of the show, the question of the week. And this Raw question of the week is also going to count for Impact. As how do you guys think TNA is going to fare going live on Monday? That's it for Raw this week. This has been the Insanity Pandemonic, signing off.